and thank you for joining us here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange for this week's MacDesk Floor Report. I'm Rebecca Darst from the Market Access Center, right under the world-famous Bell Podium, breaking down the market action for you on Thursday, September 27th. We're up 84 points in the Dow right now, trading on fairly brisk upside, but light volumes on the equity side. And this in spite of some dour macro data points. Asia-Pacific stocks were higher overnight despite a report on Chinese industrial company profits which showed a fifth month of declines in August. This led to speculation that a new round of easing measures might be forthcoming from Chinese officialdom, and indeed there was particular strength heading into the close with the Shanghai Composite pushed toward a 3% gain on the day, this pending a press conference from Chinese security regulators which ended up to be nothing very sensational. In the European session, we saw German unemployment figures come in flush with expectations at 8.6%, inline business and consumer confidence figures from the Eurozone, and an upward revision to second quarter growth figures for the UK. So in the absence of any new bad news or bearish B-rolls on the news channels, this sent major European indices to slightly higher closes. This brought us to the US futures session, where the data releases over the 8 a.m. hour were remarkably disappointing. Weekly jobless claims came in at 359,000 last week, which was a little lower than expected, but no great shakes. More eye-opening was a 13% drop in durable goods orders for the month of August. The street was looking for a decline of 5% against a prior reading of 4.1%. Most of this decline was driven by a collapse in demand for aircraft. The third reading on second quarter economic growth was also revised lower to 1.3%, with the market looking for 1.7%. At the top of the 10 a.m. hour, we also had pending home sales numbers for the month of August, which showed a sequential decline of 2.6%. Market consensus had been looking for a slight increase. So we're moving higher in the major indices, oddly resilient in the face of data points indicating further economic slowdown. We've been down in the major indices by about 2% over the past few days, so this may simply be an oversold bounce combined with end of the quarter positioning and some promising reports on the European newswires that Spain has committed to a fifth package of spending cuts in order to meet its deficit targets for next year. In any case, VIX volatility has contracted sharply today. We're down about 9% in the VIX at 15.29. Option volumes are fairly solid, although equity volumes are light once again today, as we pointed out. And as we mentioned in the midday, we're seeing some interesting demand for upside exposure in large cap financials, but also in ticker GLD. That's the Gold Spider Trust. This is driven by an increase in demand for calls in the December contract. Be sure to check your midday for details on all the positioning and the market action as it unfolds. For now, that's it from me, Rebecca Darst, for the MacDesk Floor Report.